Hey guys, hope you're having a wonderful day. Super excited. This morning I booked my fourth podcast coming up in the next couple months, and just excited to share this amazing technology that I've come across regarding health and wellness. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about today. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about a movie that I watched again this past weekend entitled John Q with Denzel Washington. I don't know if any of you have ever seen this movie, but Denzel Washington is one of my favorite actors. And in this movie, he plays the part of a blue collar worker in Chicago, has a son that while playing baseball is running around, after a hit and falls like down dramatically with this heart condition. And he finds out that his son needs a new heart. And so he's like, okay, let's do it. And they're like, oh, it's $250,000 for this. Well, hey, I have health insurance. Oh, and he finds out that his health insurance doesn't cover it. He's been working for a long time, working heavy machinery, no health insurance coverage. So he starts collecting money, for this new heart for his son. And there's a scene in this movie where he just gets to the point where he's desperate. And we've all been there before where we're just desperate. I'm going to make this happen no matter what. It's a great movie. And there's a scene in there where he takes over the Hope Memorial emergency room there in Chicago. Like literally goes in with a gun, captures the surgeon that's supposed to do the heart surgery for his son and says, "You're going to give my son a new heart." He locks down the emergency room, chains it up. This is all Denzel Washington. Love this guy, man. And there's a scene when he's sitting, after he's basically taken hostage these people in the ER room. And he's there with the surgeon, the cardiac surgeon. James Wood, I think, plays that part. And then there's a nurse that starts going off on HMOs because he asks the question, is like, why didn't my son always got checkups? Why didn't the doctor ever find this condition? This heart condition. And the nurse is like, and the medical doctor's right there. And the nurse is like, well, that's how what do you have? HMO? Well, that's how HMOs work. They actually pay their doctors not to do tests. And that's how they manage expenses, in this HMO, Health Maintenance Organization. And even though this movie has a feel-good ending where his son, Denzel doesn't kill himself to give his heart to his son. His son gets a new heart. The surgeon ends up doing it for free. So it's like most movies, it has a happy ending. But the reality of life is that health insurance is inadequate. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this because this movie came out in 2002. In 2010, President Obama enacted Obamacare, okay, as a possible solution. Because if you see this movie, at the very end of it, it shows all these political leaders, Hillary Clinton and Feinstein, and like, we need to reform healthcare, So Obama does it, right? Okay. Has that changed anything? No. It hasn't done anything. I was reading an article that came out in the Epoch Times in January 17th of this year, and the title of the of the article was, "Even people that have health insurance can't afford their medical bills." Okay? So what I'm trying to share with you guys is that the system is broken. You need to understand that having health insurance is not a tool for better health. Okay? We have what's called a sick care system, not a healthcare system. Okay? Now, when I was practicing, okay, I was in no network, no health insurance network, because I understood this, that health insurance companies are money people. They're not health people. And our supposed healthcare system, which isn't a healthcare system, we're ranked second to last in the world in health, even though we spend more money on health in this country than any other country in the world by 10 times. We're rated like second to last in wellness and longevity and things like that, and quality of life, even though we spend more money on health than. So what I'm trying to say here is something needs to change, and the technology that I have to share with you is poised to change this. And so when it comes to your health insurance, this is what I recommend. Maybe a health savings account where you control the money in that account. You go to the doctors that you want to. Don't spend money on pharmaceuticals, okay? Catastrophic care is what you want. You want to be covered in case of an emergency where you need an emergency surgery, or you need you need to go to the ER, you need to stay overnight in the hospital. You don't need pharmaceuticals. You don't need regular checkups from the doctor. You don't need any of that. You need to change your lifestyle. That's how you achieve optimal health. Health insurance does not equivalent to health. Okay, just because you have good health insurance, you got to look at it as like car insurance. Everybody's required to have car insurance, right? Okay, car insurance is only good to you if you're in an accident. Okay, but how often does that happen? I've only been in 2 accidents, and I've been driving for 40 years. Okay, that's how you should approach your health insurance. It's there for emergencies, and that's it. Okay? Everything else is lifestyle. Chronic illnesses can be avoided through prevention, doing the things day in and day out that prevent disease. Hope you have a wonderful day, and schedule a 30-minute with me. Okay? Calendly /DrDavidYates.com. Or if you like my videos, go to my YouTube channel, Dr. David Yates at God, Health, and Relationships. Have a great day.